My story of ex-wife cheating on me after 26 years. Part 2. I discover her journal a month later. Yes, she maintained a journal detailing the dates, who man they were with, what they did, and how much she enjoyed it. Remember how I asked them 8 questions about what they did? She lied about all 8 of them. It comes as no surprise. Of course, her journal proves that she never used protection. One person used drugs with her in the flat, and she didn't appear to mind. She was drinking at night after I went to bed, despite the fact that neither of us drank. She was obsessed with documenting where each man used to come on her. According to one post, one of the men was larger than she was accustomed to, and his absolutely pleased her. He'd make her climax, then wait for her to calm down before starting all over again. That destroyed my heart. She is just concerned about her 26th year. When I blew out over it all, she of course stated I was more angry about it than about helping her get through it. I discovered she took a pregnancy test, and she claims she did so to check she wasn't pregnant. This was roughly 2 weeks before I discovered the truth. We were never able to have children, therefore the pregnancy test was quite painful for me. To be honest, I'm still unhappy about it. She writes how she wants to the person who stole the money so desperately, just one more time, 2 weeks after I was in the hospital for my suicide attempt. She can't take her mind off him. But to me, she's saying sorry, it's over, she loves me, she wants our marriage, and she's glad I didn't leave. Now, I realize she didn't respect me because she believed I would never leave her and that she could do anything she wanted and I would always remain. She was probably correct as well. However, the best is yet to come. She suggests we need a trial separation in late March 2021. I agree to spend 2-3 months at my brother's place in another state, which is 8 hours distant. The day of my relocation arrives, and I am unable to go. I just cannot. I unload the truck. She completely loses it over me, enraged that I am not going. She smashed potted plants into the ground, broke everything in her path, photos, faces. She basically trashed our living room. She has me pinned to the ground and is smashing her fists into my chest. To be honest, it was kind of humorous, but it also stung. I eventually pull her off of me. I can see now that she was furious that I was staying and that I was going to interfere with her plans to cheat again, but I still believe she has stopped cheating and wants to be with me. She relaxes and says she'll be seeing her sister for a few hours. I really drove past an AP2's residence since I suspected she was there. However, I don't see her automobile. Everything seems to be okay the following day, Sunday. She suggests that you at least pay a visit to your brother for a few days and that this may be all that we need. I concur. The day before I leave, she starts but abruptly ends it. She has a suspicious expression on her face, but I don't really think much. The following day, as I'm getting ready to leave, it dawns on me that she cheated again, and that's why she didn't want to have the day before, because she was afraid I'd notice. I confront her, but she refuses. But thinking back, she must have cheated at some point the prior Saturday, when we battled about my not wanting to split, or the following day, Sunday, so I'm leaving on Tuesday. Wednesday is my birthday. We text, call, and video chat every day, and she tells me she misses me, loves me, and wants me to be her spouse. For my birthday, I treat myself to pizza with a childhood buddy. I'm supposed to call her after I leave, but she messages me and says she's going to work out and walk the dogs, so I can call later. So I call later when I'm on my way home to my brother's place. We chat, and I tell her how my buddy said to me and how I'd rather focus on our marriage since I don't want anybody else. She asks whether I'm ready to put everything behind me. Yes, I say. When I get home on Saturday, I check her email for some reason. She erased the email from her inbox, trash, and other folders, but I checked the critical folder. At 7:37 p.m. on my birthday, she switches off her locate my iPhone and has with the person who took the money. This is when she texted me, saying she had things to do and that I may call later. My second D-Day has arrived. I text her, she's at work, and ask her how she can cheat on me on my birthday, and she replies we'll discuss when she gets home. I decide to go to her workplace and black out in front of her coworkers, yelling that she's and other such things. Of course, I'm suddenly the crazy spouse, and they undoubtedly understand why she cheated on me. We had a massive quarrel when she comes home. She goes to spend the night with her sister. We texted throughout the night, and I asked her when she stopped loving me. She claims she is still. I filed for divorce 2 days later and moved to my brother's place a week later. I take both dogs. We don't have any children, and leave most of my belongings, including furniture, the fridge, the washer/dryer, the treadmill, and everything else, knowing that I would return someday since we are destined to be together. Before I depart, she adds that maybe we might find our way back to one another and remarry, but I'd have to be okay with all the men she's with while divorced. She texts, calls, and FaceTimes me over the next 8 months, saying she loves me, she's sorry, she misses me, but never that she wants me back. I implore her to stop saying I love you, since how can she love me while doing what she did? We are divorced, but I am confident that we will remarry because of what she says, and I still believe that we can work things out and begin a new marriage. After 5 months, we get together for a weekend visit halfway between our homes. We exchange kisses. I want to have, I know, terrible, with her since she is my only partner and I was taught to have only with your spouse. I simply want to be able to experience that connection. We begin, but she haunts me. It was difficult for him to resist me, he claims, and all I hear is, but it's not difficult to refuse your lovers, as I call them. I leave him a shambles for a week. I'm getting better. We still communicate often through phone and text. I want to pay her a visit after Christmas, but she makes it apparent that we are no longer on the same page. Even though she has led me to believe we will remarry, she now says no. On canceling my vacation, she texts me out of the blue the Tuesday after Christmas, when I would have been visiting, saying I am on her thoughts, she is thinking of me. She isn't sure if we are talking but wanted to say hello. I choose to ignore her. I eventually return to Reddit and begin reading the posts. I finished Chump Lady's novel. My thinking flips. I suddenly discontinue all communication and feel certain that I will never speak to her again. After reading the book, I can see she did all the cheater things. She's not exceptional. She's simply simple, shallow, and placed the attention she gained before to our marriage before harming me. After 10 days, she contacts me again, stating she simply wants to say hello. I'm sure that's not everything. Then she contacts me a week later to see how I'm doing. She phoned me 2 days ago, but I ignored her. I know I should block her, but I can't right now. However, I haven't contacted her in 36 days. I'm guessing she's maxed all her credit cards and is in financial danger. I now have a job that I like and have launched another company. I'm back at square one, but I believe I'm on the right track, even if I never meet anybody else. I wish I had gone sooner. I couldn't do it. We can't go back in time, so it doesn't matter where you are in the process. You'll figure it out as you go along. Divorce may bring you serenity. I'm more happier not having to worry about her every day and continuously monitor her phone, computer, and so on in order to catch her. She is now free to do anything she wants. She's not going to get me. It cannot matter to her, and that's okay. I thought I was losing, but now I realize I've won. Cheaters have no ethics, morality, or character. It's difficult to comprehend if you're not like that. Oh, she made a mistake, but she still wants our marriage, I reasoned. She abandoned the marriage when she began flirting and eventually had affairs. I assumed we were on the same team, which is why I remained and waited for her to wake up and realize I'm exactly what she desires. You are no longer on the same team if they cheat. That is difficult to swallow, but that is the truth. I'm curious whether she's ever cheated on me in our 26 years together. We worked from home for a long time, so she spent a lot of time with me, and I'm not sure how she would have met someone. I suppose that will remain a mystery, and I don't really care. What I've learned is to pay attention to their behavior rather than what they say. She love-bombed me, and I was stupid enough to believe it, as she continued to do things behind my back. She believes I stayed for so long because she is exceptional. But the fact is that I am faithful, too loyal, obviously. And it is my devotion that has kept me going, not her specialness. She isn't. She's garbage. I probably left out about half of the facts since happily, I'm gradually forgetting them. The most difficult aspect was accepting that the most significant person in your life for the last 26 years was someone you didn't even know. Edit. Several people have remarked on how she wanted me to go down on her after having with other people several times. The best I could make out was that she had mentioned in high school that she was never sought after by guys, forgetting that I met her in high school, and I suppose she loved the fact that males clearly wanted her so desperately now. She seemed to get a kick out of the notion that I would want to be with her after she had just been with someone else, but I had no clue. So she must have persuaded herself that she was something extraordinary. Anyway, that's just my theory. I'm aware that it no longer matters. Edit 2. Since there have been a few comments, I thought I'd address it. Practically soon after D-Day, I began working out again. I had worked out almost daily for the first 20-plus years of our relationship. But when my depression began and I was on antidepressants, I stopped working out. So, out of the 100 pounds I acquired, I've already shed almost 80 pounds and am in terrific condition. I even got abs now because I discovered my ex-wife loved them. I know I should do it for myself, and now I am, but the fire that has been burning in me for a long is that she abandoned me when I was at my lowest mental and physical point, so I'm going to show her. I said that we met for a weekend visit 5 months after the divorce, and that my objective was to be in terrific condition by then, which I was. But now, I'm doing it for me. I don't even think about her anymore while I'm at the gym. She did contact me on our eldest dog's birthday 2 days ago. She stated she knows she doesn't have the right to ask, but could I give our dog a birthday kiss from her? I avoided eye contact and ignored her. I do want to thank everyone for their support. The comments mean the world to me, and I wish I would have came here on D-Day.